Here's how you can get the Mega Tokens in Rivals, Criet, and World 0. Let's go. Something important to make sure that you do have will be all 25 regular badges from the Hunt Mega Edition, and make sure you have the previous Mega Tokens, for example, SpongeBob Tower Defense, Untitled Tag Game, Pressure, Chained Up, so that you can do this Mega Token badge. Now, one thing that I will have you do is just shoot the targets in the shooting range. And I went to a private server the first time. It's just not a smart idea, so I ended up going to a public server. That way you can have other people actually shoot the targets. Now, one thing that you can look out for if you just want to make sure, you see the way that the targets look when I'm shooting at them, those are regular. The ones that you need to shoot will have the same design, but it just will look like an X. So keep your eyes out for those, because those are the most important ones that you can do. Another thing that people don't tell you, and I learned this the hard way, is that once you shoot enough of the targets, you will hear a noise, and you will want to go see if the vault or the door that you need to go through to continue doing this is open. And trust me, it is not. You have to wait until you hear it 3 times. So do not, and I mean do not, try and go after you hear the first sound effect. You need to wait till you hear the third one, and then you can go. Now, I am going to cut to once I open the vault, because it takes me a while to get the idea that I should go in a public server. But you can't blame me, because in all honesty, I didn't know that it would carry the progress that other people make. So also make sure you do go in a public server once again. Or if you want to stay in a private server, have your friends. That is the target you're looking out for. You just saw it in front of me. Have a fun time, and I will be right back to show the next step. So, assuming you did the steps correctly, the door has opened up, and you just gotta go through it. As you can see, that's what it... Oh. It's basically going to be like a glitch in the Matrix, I guess you could say, with the wall being opened up, and you should be able to see it. Just walk around the map one time if you don't, and then you'll find it. Anyways, what you gotta do now is actually go into a 3v3 and... well, I mean, this is Rivals. You gotta oof some people, and they will actually drop items that you need to pick up. And even if your teammate oofs another person, you can actually go and steal the item, which is pretty funny indeed. Also, make sure you don't wait for other people to join. Just hit the play button, do 3v3, and sometimes you will get into games that don't actually have 6 people, so it will just disconnect you. But don't worry, you can always just wait a second, because then it will bring you into a different server. Or you can hit X and then you can hit play again and go into another 3v3 server. I don't know if you can do 2v2s or 1v1s, but I think 3v3 is what you have to do, and I think that's the only one you can do. So just make sure you do 3v3s just to be safe. So if you're wondering why I was checking to see who's in the game, I was making sure there are 6 people. Now, another thing that others do not talk about, and I went into this thinking you have to do it, but then I found out the next match you honestly don't have to, is going to the bridge map. That is not important. You can do it in any map. or at least the map that I went into. I don't want to say for sure that you can do it in every single one, but I believe I went to the docks and the bridge, and I was able to get the items without having to worry about being in the bridge map, even though I was in the bridge map last time. Also, I hate pay to win, which is ironic because usually it doesn't bother me that much, but I feel like when it comes to games where you need skill and you need to be able to attack, then I feel like you shouldn't use pay to win. Also, yes, I'm just going to say this right now. I do use the settings so that it kind of automatically shoots the person on mobile. That is something that you can do. I don't know what exactly it is called, but it is in the settings, and I usually keep it turned on. I am not the best player in this game, so that's kind of why I do it. I'm mediocre at best. I tried training one time. It didn't go so well, as you can see with me oofing countless times. And it doesn't help that he's paid to win, unless he got like a ton of keys, which I don't know. But the flamethrower is kind of overpowered. Anyways, I'm just going to speed this part up because, let's face it, you probably aren't too interested in what's going to happen. All you need to know is you just have to oof people. Your teammates can oof people. Just make sure that you grab the items. Luckily, my teammates, I guess, didn't do the quest or whatever because they weren't trying to pick up the items. Not from what I saw while playing. And when they did, like they were next to the item, it just didn't work for them. I don't know if they grabbed it and I could still grab it. But whatever's happening, just remember, grab the items 15 times and then continue watching this so you can see the next step. Now, after you have done that, you're going to want to go and talk to the chicken. Sorry, that's funny to say. He's going to tell you something that, in all honesty, we don't care about. Then you can pick whichever boss fight you want to do. I would say go with mine, and this is the first attempt. Do not copy what I did. Flamethrower is the worst weapon, I think, that you can use in this first part, as you can just do that random jump, and then you're probably going to oof by his flamethrower. So, instead, what you're going to want to do is, I'm actually going to wait a second so that I can show it off. Boop, 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 boop. You're going to want to grab all of those weapons that I am grabbing, and then it might take you some time. It took me like a good 19 minutes or so to be able to defeat him. I don't know what was going on. It was just, for some reason, a bit tough. He kept doing things like that where I'm just stuck in a corner. But I actually found out that that giant axe that he uses, he does two things before he does that attack. One thing before he does that attack is he will use the freeze ray, then he will freeze you, and then use the axe. But there is actually something that you can do so that you don't get hit every single time, which is actually duck. I know, you gotta crouch, because for some reason it just cannot hit you. I think you're still able to crouch even when frozen. I'm pretty sure that might be a bug or just an accident that they did, but that actually saved me one of these runs, because I was able to do that, and I'm pretty sure if I wasn't able to do that, I would have lost, so. Also, you cannot back away from it, or at least to my knowledge, you can't. It almost like takes up the entire map, so be careful of that as well. But once you have defeated this boss fight, like me, you can actually move on to the next mega token. So I will see you, I will talk to you once again once we have to do that mega token. For now, I wish you the best of luck, and if you need some more help, just keep watching this, and maybe you can see some of the tactics I used. Maybe, just maybe, it will help you. I do have a lot of failed attempts. I feel like I'm just going to show you all of them, just so you can see what I did right and what I did wrong. Anyways, let's get into it. Oh, and also make sure that you go to one of the walls so that when he does explode, it does not hit you. And Make sure you keep some HP because it did get hit, I believe. So be careful of that. Welcome to Criet. Let's get the mega token. So first of all, you want to go into that building. But before that, you actually have to go to avatars, search the creator will be Roblox, search bigger head, and then make sure that you hit show on the unavailable items. Again, make sure that it is Roblox. It was confusing the first time because I kept searching up the regular version because nobody was saying anything. They weren't saying that you have to search up Roblox, so that was confusing. Then you're going to want to go to the abandoned factory, and that is where the item will be located. And now we are actually going to go to another location, but before that, we're going to go back to the catalog. We're going to search up Roblox as the creator. Then we're going to search up the cheese hat. I know, very random. Make sure that it is showing unavailable items. Then go ahead and equip that one. But if you want to be safe, and this is what I did, search up the cheese hat again. But this time, make sure that Roblox is the creator. Do the sparkle time cheese hat as well. So do both of them just to be sure. And then you're going to hit all, and I believe you should see, yep, the pizza shop. A lot of people thought it was pizzeria or pizza place, I guess. They kept saying that, when in reality, that's not it. So make sure you go to the pizza shop and the abandoned factory, because that is what you have to do. Then you're going to go to a different location. Just give me a second so I can make sure I don't bring you to the wrong place, because that wouldn't be fun at all. Okay, I see what we have to do. Just gonna hit that. And give myself some time. Also, if you're enjoying the video, please subscribe. This took, I think, an hour or two. And if you subscribe, that would mean the world to me. So thank you very much. Now you're going to want to go to the spooky forest. And you actually see the golden camera or whatever right over there. But before you do that, you got to put on another item. So go to catalog, and this time you're going to search up, well, the creator will be Roblox. And then, sorry about the weird cut, it's just the same sometime. Make sure you search up Emerald Eye, creator Roblox, unavailable items, hit show. And then you're going to see it pop up. It's the limited, and it costs way too much Robux, if you ask me. And now we are going to go to another location. Yeah, we're going to another location. But if you're following along, you should see where we're going next, and you will have that golden camera. Again, if it's not made by Roblox, it will not work. Even if you search up like the bigger head and it gives you one that looks exactly the same, if it's not made by Roblox, it just like breaks the system. So when you go to pick it up, it makes you think you got it, but in reality, you didn't get it. So not fun at all. Anyways, we're gonna go to the movie theater. Now, it seems like the entrance, I don't know if you have to do movie theater entrance or just movie theater, because I saw something going on with that. I believe I just did movie theater. You can go back and see for yourself. Then you're going to do the head row. I believe that's what it is called. Again, another limited by Roblox. And then you're going to grab the fourth, and you're about to grab the fifth and final one. Make sure you have all of the items on. I don't know if that's important, but that's what I did, and it worked. So if I were you, I just would not jinx it, just to be safe. Now, the final one that we are going to put on will be the tea kettle hat, I believe. Yep. Okay. 11.2. Oh, wow, that's a lot of Robux. Now, let's see. Where should we go? I believe it is the Zen Garden, if I said that correctly. Okay. Now, I will admit, I didn't know what to do for a second, but then I found it. And if you got all of them, it will say Mega Token Quest, congratulations, your adventurous spirits, yada, yada, yada. Now, World 0. Now, here is a warning. This one is probably by far the most annoying one so far. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, I thought Pressure was the toughest one, or the hardest one, the most annoying one. Well, you would be correct. For some people it is. Some people thought, I believe, Chained Up was hard. And I kind of was one of those people. It was just so confusing. I found out that you actually have to go into like the second area in the Hunt Hub area. A lot of areas. And then you were actually able to go back and do it. Also, if you didn't have a teammate, this part I did like. You could just like go in there and it would pair you up with someone random. Now, what you have to do is go to the right side. You see this green button? You see those symbols? Yeah. Essentially, what we're going to have to do. Find those symbols, I guess. They're kind of like hints. In reality, I didn't pay too much attention to it because I kind of already knew where to go. So I'm just going to show you the locations, and I'm going to do 2 times speed to make it faster because it takes a while. Okay, now, this is where things get confusing. So, do you see all of those numbers? Yeah, me too. Now, here's a fun fact about me. I hate math, but I gotta be honest, this is pretty simple. So, essentially what you have to do is, you see all of the white numbers, you just gotta ignore those. You gotta focus on the pink numbers, the blue numbers, and the green numbers. So what I did in the beginning, and this was not a smart idea, was I thought that I could just have the numbers without doing what I usually do. And this is something that I think will help you save time. If you've got like color codes with color numbers and whatever, just make sure that you do, for example, let's do red. All you have to do is R and then the number, then B for blue, and then the number, and then you can do like PI for pink or just P for purple, something like that. That's usually what I do. At first I didn't think I have to do it, but you do. Also, the numbers are scattered all throughout the room, so just make sure that you grab all of them, and then I will tell you the next step. Again, do not, and I mean do not focus on the white numbers. You just don't need those. Those are there to only distract you and make your life worse if your life is gaming. Sorry, that's a bit weird. So now that I've got all of the numbers, I find out what I actually have to do. I have to do what I just said. So I have to do P3 or B1. You have to do that. So just go ahead and do all of the numbers that you have. Again, this is a random order, so mine won't be the same for you. For example, I had like 3-1 on the left wall with the symbols or the flower, the tree. You might not have that. For example, you might have like blue 7 and then purple 9. So be on the lookout for that. But let me just go ahead and wait for me to do all those numbers so that I can tell you what happens next. If I have done it all, and now you have to add them up. For example, B7, so 1 plus 6, 7, and then you have to do purple, 2 plus 3, 5. Then you have to do G, 1 plus 1, that's 2. So then I have to get rid of what I did there, and this is where things got a bit confusing, to say the least. And it's kind of the reason why I struggled was because of the order I put them in, I guess. I believe I was supposed to have like purple go first and then blue, but I think I kept doing like blue first, purple. I don't know. It was confusing, to say the least, because I had no clue where I was supposed to put the numbers for a second, so I just kept looking. Also, the pink flower, the flower symbol, that's going to be the pink orb that we got. Then the green one will be the tree symbol. And then the last one, which is blue, will be the last one you have to do. Also, make sure you're very careful in what numbers you put there. I think this is the time I started making those mistakes. And while I could edit it out to make myself look good, I'm not. Mostly because someone else might be having a tough time with it. Because, in all honesty, if you do not search up a guide, it's going to be so confusing. So I hope that I can help you. And I'm just going to show my failures, my failed attempts, so that you can know what you have to do. And you don't do something like me. So I believe mine was 725, and I put 572 because that's what I thought it was. And then I tried 752. That still didn't work, or whatever I tried. So just be careful with that. And I could speed up the process, but I'll just let it play out so you can see what I did. And once we get to the next part, then I will narrate it some more. Now, this is the fun part for me. Okay, you have to make sure that you put in the gems correctly. You can see the first time I did pink, blue, green, when in reality it's supposed to be pink, green, blue. So be careful of that. Also, I thought I did it for a second because it started working out. I was like, oh my goodness, I did it. Wait, why are there explosions? No! I thought that was a part of the story until I realized I didn't do it correctly. So be on the lookout for that. And then I think I got a bit angry. I don't know what I did there, but I think I tried the same thing again. Yeah, I did. Spoiler alert, it was not what I thought it was. Then I think I did it correctly, right? Yes, I did. Okay, I did half of it correctly, and then, of course, I messed up the other half. Look, I didn't say that I would be the first person to do it, nor did I say I would be good at it. I'm just here to give you an A-OK guide. But don't worry, I'm about to do it, I believe. Let me just edit out the other 50 attempts. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I actually did get it after I found out what I was supposed to do because it was so confusing. Anyways, I'm going to stop saying that. So it was, I believe, this order? I could be wrong, but I think this was the winning combination. In all honesty, I don't know how I did it, but I'm glad I did it somehow, if this was the correct one. I did get the gems correctly after, the second attempt, so I guess I should pat myself on the back for that one, right? Yeah. Okay. Then, let's see, will it work? Will it not? Again, every server will be different, but I did do it! Haha! Yay! I don't know why I do sound effects. Anyway, now you're going to want to go to a different realm by hitting enter. Don't try and go through it. It doesn't work. And now, here comes the fun part, okay? You have to do essentially a boss battle. And I thought it was going to be tough. Spoiler alert, it was not. I'm going to speed this part up, mostly because I found it pretty easy and I don't think there are that many tricks to do. So if you want, maybe try and copy what I do, but I don't know if it will help you. All that I can say is just keep spamming your attacks, keep spamming your special abilities or whatever, and then you can just oof him pretty fast. Anyways, I'm going to speed this up in 3, 2, 1, now. now I have defeated the boss. Make sure that you grab the token, and you have completed the 3 games if you followed my guide. Again, I hope you enjoyed. This took a ton of time to do, and if you did enjoy, I know I've said this once, I'll say it again, please subscribe. It means so much to me. Have a wonderful day, and if there are any other badges that do arrive, I will try my best to get them for you guys and then show them off. Have a great day. Bye.